What's up, friends and family? How's it going? Friends and family, I'm back. I'm so excited. This feels really good. Yeah, so I wanted to start off by addressing the bow that is in my hair. And the reason why I'm wearing it is because I like to dress like every single day is a costume party. And I like to look like a cheerleader every single day. And if I can dress like a cheerleader for the rest of my life, I will. So I just needed to address that I know I look like a cheerleader, and that is the literal point. So I want to get back into doing these pretty much every single week. So I figured a fun story would be about online dating, particularly in LA, and the dumb shit that I've said on online dating, and some stories about that. I didn't start a dating profile until like a few months in, whenever I was living alone in my tiny shit show apartment. And I just like, it kind of all hit me how like lonely I was. And I've never really had like an online dating profile before. I've just never done it. And I was like, you know what, screw it. Like, I'm 24, I'm single, like I've never really like dated before, like gone on dates with people. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna try it. So I started with Tinder, right? And so I was really just lonely, and I was trying to figure out ways to meet people. So on my Tinder, I wrote, hey, like from Oklahoma, whatever. Not looking for like a hookup or a boyfriend, just like looking for someone like cool to hang out with and like whatever. So anyway, yeah, I did that. Well, no one wanted to match with me. I would like swipe through and was not getting any matches, and my ego was shot. After a while that I was like, wow, I'm really not getting any matches at all. I was like, okay, I'm gonna change it. So I would, even after I changed it, right, I would like swipe right and like try to match with them, and like they wouldn't match with me. And so I would just like end up like yelling at my phone and be like, well, you're not that fucking hot either, asshole. To give you some context, the entire time I had Tinder, which was a few months, I had a total of like 7 matches, where Amelia, my roommate, had I think like 400. But anyway, I decided I wasn't a Tinder girl. And Amelia was a Hinge girl, as well as a Tinder girl. And I was like, oh, like, you know, that's like a pretty cool platform. So then I did get a Hinge. So I made like a profile that I'm pretty proud of. So we've got my first picture, right? Which is me about to take a tequila shot, which is pretty representative of me. Prompt number 1, I'm overly competitive about, and I put good grammar and spelling. But the funny part is that I put good grammar and put a comma after it, where a comma is not supposed to go there. And I said, and spelling, and I spelled spelling with only 1 L. I'm like, this is gonna get all the men. Okay, prompt number 2, the sign of a great first date. Ending the night with a pat on the back and a thanks, pal. Then we got the next picture. This one is kind of my least favorite prompt, but it's okay. But it's let's make sure we're on the same page about is the prompt. And I said food babies greater than real babies, so everyone knows that I'm a virgin. And then I've got my last 2 pictures and then my Instagram. And if anyone really scrolls, oh, okay, you can't go back enough to see whenever I used to wear the panda heads, but that's probably for the better. So I was new to Hinge, didn't really know. So these guys would comment on my picture and be like, oh my goodness. Now, they're saying this to everyone, so, but you know, if a guy was like, oh my goodness, you're so beautiful, oh my God, your smile. Well, so I felt bad, even if I didn't want to match with him. I'm like, this guy went out of his way to tell me that he thought I had a nice smile. So the only way you can comment back to them and tell them thank you is if you match with them. So I would match with these guys just to tell them thank you, because I thought it was nice that they were saying that. And it just ended up like being bad, because I would match and then not ever like get back to them, and some would get mad at me. And so I unfortunately had to stop doing that. I wish there was like a way where you could still say thank you without being like, yeah, let's maybe go on a date. So let's go into like the dating stories, okay? So let me tell you about the story about a guy who broke my heart. Not really, but kind of. So there was this one kid, and he was like pretty my vibe, had the tattoos, had cigarettes in his mouth in his picture. He had like witty responses, which is like a big thing for me. And I was like, okay. And so I think maybe I commented on his thing first and we matched. And so we communicated for a little while. Then he finally asked for my number after us chit-chatting. I don't know, it was like a week or two or something. He goes, I feel like this is where I'm supposed to ask for your number. And he goes, but honestly, I was waiting for you to ask so I could ask if you're hitting on me. And I go, wait, are you hitting on me? And he goes, fuck. I said, so am I supposed to give you my number? And he said, okay, hit me with them digits. I said, okay, are you ready? Do you have a pen and paper? He said, yeah, I'm listening. I said, okay. 6550. Oh, I probably shouldn't put my number on the... And he goes, you said 6557? And then I spelled it out for him. And then he said it wrong again. So then he ended up texting me, right? So when he texted me, he goes, is this where I send feet pics? He said, I was gonna, then I realized I need to cut my nails. And I was like, oh, okay, we're like on the same wavelength here. And so I said, you know, when you let your toenails get so long, your toes feel like they're in jail. And he said, maybe we should be talking about your hygiene. He goes, what's your favorite bedtime story? And I said, porn or Pokemon. I said, do you get nervous if when you meet me, my voice sounds like Mickey Mouse? He said, actually, yes, that's a genuine concern of mine. But also, I said that about the Mickey Mouse thing because people have made fun of my voice for my entire life. So he made a point to say, like, just so you know, I'm not looking for anything serious. And I was like, great, me either. But also I was texting my friends, telling my friends that I was in love with him. So anyway, he and I met. It was a marvelous time. He like showed me what he does, and it's like he did some like animated music video for a video game. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I was like, so you watch anime porn? And he like kind of just laughed, and I was like, yeah, so you do. But so anyway, we had a nice time. And so we watched some anime at his house, and we really did watch anime at his house. I left his house like kind of late, and he like never texted me to like make sure I like got home safe or anything. So I was like, okay, surely like he cares if I got home safe. We had a really nice time, right? And so I was like telling my friends. Actually, I think I just told one friend because I was like kind of embarrassed. So I was like, hey, he hasn't texted me to make sure I got home safe, but we had a nice time. So like I'm just overthinking it, right? And she's like, yeah, you're just overthinking it. I was like, okay. So it was the next day, like I don't know, normal morning time. Still no text. It's going into the afternoon time, and I still get no text message. Well, so like halfway through the afternoon, I realized that I left my earrings at his place. I always wear these earrings, and these are my favorite earrings, and they're nice earrings, and they're my only nice earrings, and I got them for like my 18th birthday. These earrings have gotten me in so much trouble and put me in so many awkward situations. So anyway, so I like tried to put it off for a little while, and like still didn't hear anything. And this is like getting into like late afternoon. I think I even waited until the next day and never heard from him. And I'm like, God, I hate this. So I end up having to text him and be like, hey, I left my earrings at your place. Will you please keep them safe? They're really special. And he was like, oh yeah, sure, like of course, and was like pretty short. And I was like, okay. So he was like, hey, but yeah, so you can get them like this weekend or whatever, but like just so you know, I'm busy for like the next month, like I cannot hang at all. So like whenever you come over, you like have to just like get them. And I was like, oh yeah, no, it's cool. I'm busy for the next year too. So anyway, had to go to his place to get my earrings from a guy who clearly didn't want to have anything to do with me. And I, like just luckily just pulled up to his apartment. He like ran out and I was like, hey, thanks. And he was like, yeah, of course. He definitely wasn't even like trying to give me a hug, but like I gave him a hug and I was like, bye. Didn't even say see you later because I knew I would not see him later. And he was like, bye. I was like, okay. And I was so embarrassed, like, because everyone was like, how did it go with the guy? Was it great? And I was like, oh yeah, we're like, I think like just meant to be friends, whatever. And everyone was like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, but the truth is that I fell in love and then he did not like me. So that's the story about the guy who broke my heart from online dating and how these earrings have gotten me in a lot of awkward situations, and that being one of them. Other weird shit that I say on online dating. So keep in mind, guys, all of this is a joke, but you probably shouldn't watch it around kids. And so this guy was 6'4", and I was like, baller. And I comment on his picture and I said, 6'4", really? I said, I bet you have no problem seeing the stage at concerts, but I bet also everyone who stands behind you hates you. And he never responded to me. Oh, another guy said, Sydney, you're hot. I'd buy you a drink and smack your ass. And I said, that is the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. And I meant that. It was pretty nice. Okay, so here's this one guy. So I'm not going to show him, but so he posts a mirror selfie of him in the airplane bathroom. In the airplane bathroom, it's a mirror selfie. And he's wearing a Simba sweatshirt. And he's wearing sweatpants. And you can clearly see the outline of his wiener in his sweatpants. I had to comment on his picture. So I said, airplane bathroom pic. He said, indeed, you like? And I said, it's an interesting choice of scenery. And I go, did you take and post that picture because your junk is showing through your pants? Be honest. And he said, between you and I did not realize my wiener was showing that much until posted photo. And sometimes in sweatpants, it's very evident, ... a blessing and a curse. Never responded back. I never responded back, let me make that clear. This one guy, Danny, he was pretty funny. Oh yeah, so we kept it going. I was like, and it was nice. So I said, would you like to be my boyfriend? He said, what does the job entail and how much does it pay? He said, it pays -1,000 a month and it doesn't entail anything. He said, count me all the way in, girlfriend. I said, yes, but also you can't sleep with anyone, but I can sleep with everyone. He said, yeah, I've had girlfriends before. I know how it works, LOL. So I say to him, well, I'm a virgin. Well, half. I'm saving my vagina for my husband. So I think those are my stories about online dating in Los Angeles. Let's just say when Amelia asked me or when Amelia used to ask me, because she has a boyfriend now, who's a Hinge boy, whoop whoop. But when Amelia used to ask me for advice about what to say to boys on Hinge, and I would give her advice, let's just say she wouldn't take it. So yeah, that's online dating. I will keep you all in the loop. All right, biatches. See you guys later. Just kidding, you guys aren't biatches. I mean biatches in a very endearing way. Thanks friends and family for watching, and I miss everyone. Please stay healthy right now, mentally and physically, and I'll see you guys later.